Hello, dear students. Welcome to my channel. Today we shall understand the concepts of had, have, and has. Now, had, have, and has are used as main verbs. Now, what are verbs? Verbs are action words. Those words which show that some action is being done, that is called as your verb. And the action needs to be done by the subject in the sentence. Now, what is the subject in the sentence? The subject in the sentence is the person or thing that we are talking about. Now, what the subject does is the verb. Now, in every sentence, depending upon the tense, there will be had, have, and has. Now, has and have are used in present tense. What is present tense? What is happening now? And had is used in the past tense. What has happened in the past? Now, what do this has, had, and have function as? They function as helping verbs to represent the perfect tenses. They are basically main verbs, but they also function as helping verbs when we deal with perfect tenses sentences. Now, what are perfect tenses sentences? Those sentences in which been comes into picture. Now, present perfect tense uses has been and have been, and past perfect tense uses had been. So, these are the concepts of had, have, and has. Now, let us learn where we have to use this. In what subject pronoun or object pronoun do we use had, have, and has? Now, has is used when we are referring to someone or something in the third person singular. Now, what do you understand by third person singular? Generally, a conversation is between two people. The person who is speaking is the first person. The person to whom he is speaking to is the second person. Both these people talking about another third person, that person is referred to as a third person. And if that third person is a single person, then it is third person singular. If they are talking about more than one person, then it is third person plural. So, has is used in all these cases when we are referring to he, she, it, or any proper name, or any title, or any singular subject. Singular subject means one subject. Now, when is has used? When we are referring to someone or something in the third person singular. And it is used with the pronouns he, she, and it. They are all again singular. If you are referring to one person or thing and you are not using I or you to refer to them. So, has is used in these six cases when they are all singular. Main thing where we use has is in singular subjects and in third person. He, she, it, any proper name, any title, or any singular subject. Now, the only subject you should use has with is third person singular. Everything else will use have. Okay, in the present tense. Now, have is used for subjects I, you, they, we, and plural subjects. Plural subjects means they can be your plural nouns or they can be your plural pronouns. Okay, now had is used for simple past tense cases where it can be used for I, you, he, she, it, proper name or title, we and they. But all these things, they have to be in the past tense, which has already happened in the past. Now, so like I told you, we use has only with third person singular in present tense. That means he has, she has, or it has. They are all he, she, and it are third person singular. Other than this, we use have everywhere else. Okay. Now, what is the formula for had? Formula is subject plus had plus past participle in the sentence. Your sentence should have a subject, what we are talking about. Following the subject, it should have had and then followed by the past participle. This is for had in the past tense. Now, you will question what is past participle? Past participles are those which end in ed. They are the verb forms which end in ed. Now, there are some past participles of irregular verbs which have other endings like For example, the past participle of eat is not eaten, it is ate. So these are irregular verbs. Past participles can also function as adjectives. Now, what are adjectives? Adjectives are describing words. What do they describe? They describe your nouns. So, please keep in mind that past participles can function as adjectives because we are going to do an exercise where the past participle will function as an adjective. Now, basically, all you need to remember is that had to is the past equivalent of the present tense have to. Have to means which is very necessary and has to be done. So, let us go over to your exercise 1 with which our concepts will be more clear. Complete using have, had or has. Now, I will explain this exercise to you with explanation why we are using had, have or has. So, please pay attention. She dash to stay there. Now, please see the sentence. What is the subject here? It is she. The subject is she. Now, she is in third person. Why in third person? Because I am talking to you and telling you about her. That means she had to stay there. So, she is the third person. She is also singular. And we know that had uses third person singular. Okay. In the present tense, she had to stay there. And we use had when the situation demands a necessity. उसका वहां रहना जरूरी था. She had to stay there. Okay. So first we will identify the subject, whether it is singular or plural, whether it is in third person, and then we will use had, have, or has. Next, Ravi had to pay a parking fine yesterday. How are we mentioning had over here? Because Ravi is our subject. He is in third person singular. Also, yesterday is denoting to us that it is in the past. So this is we use had. Third, she doesn't have to stand there. Tell her to go away. Now you will have a doubt that I have taught you that wherever she is coming, we will use have. Sorry, we will use has. But here we are using have. Now see, this doesn't is used in case of negative sentences. What are negative sentences? Negative sentences are those whose meaning is in the negative. That means there is no positive sense to it. She does not have to stand there. Okay. So the explanation is for negative sentences, have is used with the auxiliary verb doesn't. Wherever doesn't comes in your sentence, then you will use the verb have, not has, after the subject she. Okay. Now, doesn't agrees with third person singular subjects. Okay. Now, because it is doesn't, therefore we will use have. And doesn't is used for negative sentences. So you will not say she doesn't has to stand there. Tell her to go away. You will write she doesn't have to stand there. Okay. Why? Because doesn't जहां पर आ जाता है उसे हम नेगेटिव सेंटेंस मानते हैं और हैव लगाते हैं. तो ये छोटे छोटे एक्सेप्शंस आपको ध्यान में रखने हैं. नेक्स्ट, squirrels dash bushy tails. अब देखिए, squirrels is your subject. Now, squirrel is what? Squirrel is your subject, which is plural. So, you will use have. Why? Because we use have for plural subjects. Aladdin had a magic lamp. Now, see, over here, Aladdin is also a proper noun. But why are we using had and not using has? Because you will ask me that, ma'am, you said that Aladdin is a proper noun and we have to use has after that. But I am saying in such an exception, you will see the full sentence. You will see Aladdin dash a magic lamp. So lamp is your noun and magic over here is being used as the adjective. I had told you before when I was teaching you about had that had is used in cases of uh, past participles which are used as adjectives also. So magic here is an adjective describing the noun lamp. So therefore Aladdin had a magic lamp, not Aladdin has a magic lamp. Okay. Now these are small doubts which will clarify your concepts better. Giraffes dash a very long neck. Your subject giraffes is plural, therefore giraffes have because have is written after plural subjects. Ruchi is soft spoken, so she has many friends. Now, Why are we writing has over here and not had? Because though Ruchi is your proper noun, and we have read that after proper noun we have to write has. Okay, but the main thing determining factor is, which is telling us that the sentence is in simple present tense. Ruchi is soft spoken, so she has many friends. Next, you have a lot of homework to complete. Don't play now. Now, wherever the subject is you, we use have. And don't play now indicates that it is a simple present tense. Therefore, we use have. A leopard dash black spots on his brownish yellow coat. Now, leopard is your singular subject, so we will use has. Next, last week we dash a great time at Disneyland. Now, the very word last week indicates that it was in the past, and we is your plural subject, so we use had. Peter dash a friendly dog named Google. Peter is your proper noun, and therefore it is followed by has. Flowers dash refreshing smell. Now your subject is flowers and it is a plural subject. Therefore, and it is moreover followed by refreshing. That means present tense, present continuous tense. This is ing. Wherever ing is written, it is present continuous tense over here. So flowers have refreshing smell, not had or has. Okay. First thing is you will check what is the subject, whether it is singular or plural. Here we have decided after saying that the subject is plural subject. Flowers, more than one flower, plural subject. Next, we will see what is the verb. Refreshing. It is in your present continuous tense. Therefore, have. Next, Shrek had green skin as he was an ogre. Now, Shrek had क्यों होगा यहाँ पे? Because the determining word over here is was. Shrek has क्यों नहीं होगा? Though Shrek is singular subject क्योंकि it is written in the remaining part of the sentence that as he was an ogre, which describes your past tense. Your green is the adjective again, and when adjective is used also, we use had to describe the noun skin over here. Next, I dash a remote controlled car when I was in class 3. Now, I followed by had. Why? Because when I was in class 3 is determining that it was a past tense. And also, the car noun is uh, using remote control as an adjective to describe it. So all these small things you have to keep in mind. One, you will check first whether the subject is your singular or plural. Okay. After that, if it is singular, then you will check whether it is in third person. After that, you will check whether the sentence is in present tense or past tense. If it is in present tense, depending on singular or plural subject, you will use has and have. If it is in past tense, you will use had. That is the concept. We will do one more exercise. Fill in the blanks with has and have. I dash a cute puppy. Why are we writing have over here? Because your subject is I and I have a cute puppy is in the present tense. Okay, why are we not using has? Because has is used for third person singular. Over here, I is first person. Therefore, we use have. My puppy dash got a new collar. Now, why are we using has? Because our subject is singular and third person. I am telling you, I the first person, and I am telling you the second person about my puppy who is the third person. And what have we studied? Where do we use has? For third person singular. Therefore, my puppy has got a new collar. Third, my friend dash a joint family. My friend, again, my friend is third person singular. So third person singular subject means followed by has. I have a nice family. Your subject is first person. I. Okay, so we will use have. Next, my new mobile has many features. Your subject is new mobile. Okay, so where it is your third person singular again. An octopus has 8 arms. Again, I'm talking about an octopus in third person singular, one octopus. A cat has a furry tail. A cat, again, third person singular. Therefore, we know has is followed by your has follows your singular third person singular subject. Next, I have many friends. We play together. Now we know where do we use have when your subject is I, you, they, we, or plural subject. But over here, since it is your I, therefore it is followed by have. Next, we dash some storybooks. Now, where do we use have? We use have after I, you, they, we, or plural subject. So, since it is we over here, which is your subject, so it is followed by have. Mrs. Sharma has got a new purse. Now, why? What is our subject? Mrs. Sharma. Is she singular subject? Yes. Is she in the third person? Yes. Because I am telling you about the third person, Mrs. Sharma. So, Mrs. Sharma, third person. Therefore, it is followed by has. Crows dash black feathers and harsh voice. Now, why have I used have over here? Because our subject crows is a plural subject, and we know have is used after I, you, they, we, or any plural subject. So, crows is your plural subject. Next, a rectangle has four sides. What is the subject here? Singular subject, a rectangle. Next, children have innocent faces. Children is your subject and it is plural. So we use have after that. An elephant. An elephant is your subject. It is singular and it is in third person. An elephant therefore has got a long trunk and a short tail. You dash got a sweet voice. Please sing a song. You is your subject. And after I, you, they, we and plural subject we use have. Okay, next. He has got a trophy. Where do we use has? After he, she, it, proper names, titles or singular subject in third person. Therefore, he has got a trophy. Flowers dash sweet fragrance. Our subject is flowers. It is plural. So we use have after any plural subject. Therefore, flowers have sweet fragrance. Okay, so this is how you have to attempt all these sentences. Next, identify the words that talk about the past and highlight them. Out of all these words, we have to check which words are referring to the past. जो already हो चुका है. Today, no, it is present. Yesterday, yes, this is present. Past, please highlight it. Now is present, so it is not in the past. Ago is in the past, so highlight it. Last week, पिछले हफ्ते, please highlight it. It is in the past. Next week, future के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. Tomorrow, talking about the future. Last year, talking about the past. Next year, talking about the future. So this is how you will identify the words and which are talking about the past and highlight them. Next, we will do select the correct verb form from has, have, or had. Now, what we have studied, she dashed a dog when she was a baby. Now, first thing, what will you identify? You will identify what is the subject. Subject is your she. Now, is the subject singular? Yes, the subject is singular. Is the subject in third person? Yes. So, now, what will be right over here? She has? No. Why? Because she dashed a dog when she was a baby. So, we are talking about the time when she was a baby. जब वो बच्ची थी. That means in the past. So, past जब आता है, what do we use? We use had. So, she had because we can use had after I, you, he, she, it, or any proper name or we and they only when they are in the past. Second, she dash a competition yesterday. Check out your subject first. She is your subject. It is singular. It is in the third person. So we can use either had or has. But we are talking about a competition which happened yesterday. So, in the past. So, she had a competition yesterday. Meera and Diya dash dance practice. What is our subject? Meera and Diya. More than one plural subject. So, Meera and Diya have dance practice because we use have after plural subjects. Seema dash a baby last year. Seema singular subject. third person, but because last year is referring to in the past, so we use had. Seema had a baby last year. I dash music class. I have music class because it is talking about your present tense and I is used with have. Answers have been given to you. First try and then refer to it. Next, pick the correct option. Dash you ever been to Rajasthan? Now, what will it be? It is a question. Has you ever been to Rajasthan? Have you ever been to Rajasthan? Or had you ever been to Rajasthan? Now, this is not a sentence in the past because it is questioning. क्या तुम कभी राजस्थान गए हो? Have you ever been to Rajasthan? Because we use have with your subject you. Okay. Next, how many brothers and sisters dash you got? How many brothers and sisters is your subject. It is a plural subject, therefore we will write have. Rashi dash bought a new house. Rashi is your singular subject. It is in third person singular, therefore we will write has because it is in the present tense. What present tense is this? She has bought a new house, something which has happened in the past, but that house still exists in the present. That is why we are writing has. My brother dash got a new car. My brother is singular subject, third person singular, and has got a new car because has follows third person singular subjects. I dash been married for 40 years. I have been married for 40 years because I I is your subject and it is in present perfect tense. Therefore, I have been married for 40 years. That means I have been married in the past and I'm still married. That is why it is considered to be a present perfect tense. And wherever perfect tense comes, the word been comes into picture. So I have been married for 40 years. Why have been? Because your subject is I. And have follows subjects I, you, they, we, or any plural subject. My father dashed his dinner on time last night. My father is your singular subject, but on time last night means something which happened in the past, so had. Seven. Can I use the phone? Dash. I dash to make a call. Can I use the phone? I have to make a call because it is to be done in the present time only. So I have to make a call. Is your correct answer. So with this, we come to the end of your concepts of have, had, and has. The basic thing which you need to remember is first check out what is the subject in the sentence. Check whether it is your third person singular. If yes, check whether it is in the present tense. If yes, then go in for has. If it is not your singular subject, but it is a plural subject in the present tense, then go in for has. If it is a sentence in the past tense, then use had. So these are few things which you need to keep in mind when you are given questions on have, had, and has. Moreover, when you are attempting these kind of questions for the first time, please keep this table has, have, and had, and what all comes under them next to you, and then do the question answers exercises. You will find it very easy. So, with this, we come to the end of this video. If you like my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Keep the notification button on so that when I post a new video, you are notified about it. Kindly share and subscribe. Thank you.